welcome to the very first Triggerwarning Podblast, broadcasting live from the place where everything goes wrong, hence me re-recording this intro. We'll now go back to the live Podblast that took place earlier. There we go, that should be fixed now, hopefully. Thank you for letting me know, Natalie, that's very good of you, I appreciate that. And nice to see you tuning in as well, that's really cool. So yeah, these will be done reasonably regularly, hopefully a few times a week, whenever there's something interesting to chat about. And when they're live, you can join in. When they're not, you can sit there shouting at the screen like an old man, shouting wistfully at clouds, begging somebody would listen, which is pretty much how I appear to spend my time. Now, trigger warning itself, there's not been a huge push on this because I've been careful, and because like everybody else, I'm racked with indecision and terror about doing anything new. But here's the deal. First of all, it's a website. It's www.triggerwarning.tv. You can join, make a profile, fanny about to your heart's content. Keep in mind the hashtag is fuck your feelings. This is probably not going to be family friendly. It's going to be an online TV show every week on Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. for 60 to 90 minutes. And that's going to be broadcast via liveleague.com, of course, where it will replace the Live League show, and on Facebook until they stop us, and possibly maybe YouTube or Periscope or one of the other things that all the kids use. Snapchat, I don't know, but one of them. It'll be going out there. And then every Sunday, starting this Sunday, which is very exciting, there'll be Trigger Warning Radio. Oh my gosh, so much. And that's going to be on FabRadioInternational.com. There'll probably be a player on the Trigger Warning website as well. That will start at 9 p.m. on a Sunday evening, going until probably 10:30. Although we don't have a time to finish, so if we run over, we run over. Hello, Louise. Thanks for watching. Oh, this is great, doing podcasts live. Makes no sense whatsoever. If you go on the Trigger Warning site, the URL www.triggerwarning.tv, you can see the team that are going to be taking part in this. You got Howard Graham, you got Daz, who's the site editor. I think he might be coming on the radio show via Skype on Sunday, which will be a lot of fun. And various other people. It looks incredibly white and middle-aged, actually, much like the Republican Party. Apart from young Alex, who's our podcast manager, who'll be taking care of editing the shows and uploading them to whichever podcast platform I decide we're going to be using in the end. And of course, I've still not done all the work necessary for Trigger Warning. Got loads of stuff still to do, all the animations, all the sets, all the voiceovers. If it's ready, it'll be a miracle. But you know, if it's not ready and it doesn't work properly, it'll be business as usual, won't it? I guess. So, I mean, let me know what you think and what you'd like to see from it, because I'm going to let it develop. We're not going in with tons of extreme formatting, because I think that'd be forced, because I'm not a television presenter. So there's no auto cues being used, mainly because I could never figure out how to set the fucking thing up that we've got here. And I just feel like I feel like a colossal prick using an earpiece, let alone reading an auto cue. But we will add sections as we go and add things as we go, and hopefully make it more interesting and more fun for everyone. Of course, your interaction is what will really matter. Sorry if you can hear traffic and things. I'm in my office, so there's a road outside. Someone will probably wander in a minute wanting something from me. But yeah, your interaction, your taking part is hugely important, because within legal bounds, I want everyone to have their say. I don't care whether I agree with you, disagree with you, like you, hate you, think you're the shit on the sole of my shoe, or some kind of human deity where the sunlight shines out of your ass. I want to hear from you and your opinion. You don't have to agree with me, you don't have to like me, you don't have to like my point of view. Just have one of your own and make it heard. And we should be enjoying this shit before the whole internet is turned into one of the platforms I'm broadcasting on now, and our internet experience ends up nothing more than an endless parade of photographs of people's pets and dinner, whilst, we drown in a sea of beige boredom where no one can even say the word midget or tits or anything like that. You certainly can't mention anything to do with trans or anything. No, let's not go there. Although I was on Paul Ripley's show on Fab Radio last night and did manage to squeeze in the words quadriplegic midget porn, which made me very happy. So, I said these were going to be brief, and if I'm not careful, I'll end up doing this for an hour. And that's probably not what we really want. So, a couple of things I did want to talk about that are in the news that I found interesting. One is the UK terror level, which is now at severe, which is one step away from better sit down and have a brew, and one before that is probably need a jacket. This means we could be bombed at any time by ISIS or some random person pretending or claiming to be ISIS, which ISIS will claim and whatever. This is from that person setting off the incendiary device on the tube train down in that London. The terror level set to severe means the army are deployed, but not onto our streets as such. They're going to be around key areas of great importance. Nuclear power stations, royal palaces, nowhere that we common people really go. I mean, we don't need that kind of protection. Obviously, there are lots of us. We're disposable. But the army will be deployed there so that the police can carry on doing the things that they normally do, which is policey things. I don't know, stopping and searching black people or, trapping you for speeding, all important shit like that. But it frees them up. So, of course, despite the panic of these vague terror levels anyway, which is so incredibly silly, I mean, from severe to slightly vexed to can't be arsed, of course, it's been picked up across the internet because the internet, as we know, is very rational and responds calmly to most things. And one of its most rational and calm observers, Mr. Alex Jones, stated that the UK is now under martial law. That's right, martial law, indicating that Alex has no idea what martial law means. Neither does his sycophantic fanboy Paul. And we're just not. So when I posted in response that this is bullshit, I was then told maybe he knows things you don't know. Do you know what? I'm sure Alex Jones does know things I don't know, such as the existence of goblins and satanic demons who are actually politicians. But I'm pretty sure that even I, not the most observant of people, I am willing to admit, but even I would notice if we were currently under martial law of the military. I would notice this because it would be martial fucking law. It's not something that slips past you. It's not something you ignore. It's not something you don't, kind of notice. Like, what tank? I didn't see a tank. There's no martial law. It's not happening. And the worst part is the indicator that everything is wrong with this world and the meteor can't come soon enough is that people were arguing with me. People who've never been to Britain, and their only knowledge of Britain is being told that we're knee-deep in Muslims who are trying to kill us. And it's teeming with them, and they're everywhere. I can't get out of my house in the morning for Muslims. I have to clear my path. And they're arguing with me. And that it's a failed state, and you've done this to yourselves. And it's like, done what? There's no martial fucking law. There's nothing. We have less terror attacks than most other large countries. Certainly less than happen in the United States. Doesn't matter, though. Because they're building a wall or some shit against ISIS. I don't know. But there we go, the UK terror levels. Everybody elsewhere seems to be far more excited about it than we are. I guess it's that keep calm, carry on bollocks you see on T-Tales these days. One other quick thing worth talking about, because we've gone 10 minutes, which Podblasts were only supposed to be about that, but there you go. North Korea, which is very exciting at the moment, I'm sure you'll agree. It's been taken to a new level. Yes, we're about to push towards World War III on fucking Twitter, with Donald Trump throwing out petty insults to Kim Jong-un, calling him Rocket Man. Yeah, how statesmanlike. I can't wait to see how this escalates when Kim Jong-un replies, "Oh, you Weetabix-headed twat," or something similar, whatever the Korean equivalent of Weetabix is. If they have, so I guess potato. I'm not sure. How can this carry on, guys? How can you sit there with a straight face and tell me when I question this use of terminology, well, at least we've got a president doing something about North Korea? Sorry, guys. Calling someone a name is not doing something. Otherwise, I'd be far more productive than I am, because that's all I do all fucking day. No. Don't call him Rocket Man. perhaps keep in mind, he's from a certain culture where face is important. The fact that he's seen what's happened to other dictators around the world and he doesn't want to be on the end of being hanged or having his ass poked with a stick like Gaddafi. He doesn't want that. And you're pushing him into a corner. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm pretty sure it's not calling him poo-poo face on social media. I can't wait to see where this one goes, though. Probably millions of people dead in South Korea. But, hey, it's not where I live. And you guys are building a wall, so everything's fine. Anyway, that's the end of the Podblast, because it's supposed to be quick. And that wasn't as quick as I would have liked. I'll get this uploaded. If you've just come on at the end, hello. And in future, when we are doing a Podblast, you can get in touch live at triggerwarning.tv. If that email is working, you can catch up with us on the Twitter, which is at triggeredtv. And of course, you can talk to us on the website, www.triggerwarning.tv. We're going out live on an online TV show every Thursday evening, 9:30 while 10:30. And on a Sunday evening on Fab Radio International, from 9 until 10:30. So join us, and I'll hopefully get another Podblast out later in the week, depending upon how much I've gotten done work-wise and to get Trigger Warning rolling. So until then, thank you for listening to this, and I'll make sure the next one's got a little more news, current affairs, and swearing in for you. Thank you, and bye-bye.